when Ted told me this, and again, this is just a conversation we're having, around the stage here before or after the interview. This is not a, this is just us sitting here chatting in between takes. And I said, you have a photographic memory? He said, no, audiographic memory. It's different. He said, but when I hear something and they say, this is what this bill means. He said, as long as I've heard that bill, I can remember every conversation exactly the way it happened. And what it comes down in my head comes down as file 305. Boop, and it's there.
That's why he could rattle off word for word what Mitch McConnell said to him.
Correct. He used that as an example. He said, I can tell you exactly what Mitch McConnell said, and I can tell you it's exact.
And that's why nobody disputed him.
Correct.
Because they know he was right.
Because they know he's right. And so he has this audiographic memory, and he said, so what happens is when somebody says, I always look prepared, because when somebody says, well, this is what we're going to do, and I'll say, well, no, you're actually wrong for these 6 reasons. He said, because that's the way I think. He said, file 305 comes down, and I can remember it, and 6 things pop out immediately, and I know they're wrong 6 ways. And it makes me look like I'm trying to, I'm just blustering, because who can remember 6 things out of that?
It's impressive, though.
He's like, I can.
It's incredible.
Right. And so what he was saying, though, and I was like, Ted, he's telling me, my head is spinning. And he's telling me, and he's like, so when I get on there, when I pause or something, because I'm trying to think, how can I say this differently? Because I can repeat what happened to me exactly the same way as it happened every single time. And he's like, I just feel like everybody's going to think I'm a robot. And I'm like, Ted, this is not a cross or a burden that the president, this is a good thing. And he's not comfortable talking about it. I guess it was somebody in the Wall Street Journal pointed this out.
Yeah, they talked about it, him winning the senatorship here in Texas and doing his 21-hour monologue, and they called it his near photographic memory. But as a side note, it also talks about how in high school he traveled around Texas reciting the Constitution and the words of the Founding Fathers. So, I mean, he knows it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, as long as it's been said to him out loud, as long as it's been read out loud, I think even if he reads it out loud, he told me that it imprints on him an audio file. Are you kidding me? To be able to sit down and if you could just watch all the tapes of Vladimir Putin, nobody's getting around him, man. You're sitting down. Actually, no, that's not what you said. Yes, it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. To have somebody with a photographic, or in his case, an audiographic memory is a massive plus. A massive plus.
If I had to guess, I would think the only other president to probably have something like that would be Thomas Jefferson.
Probably.